Instructor Valer had trained recruits for 40 cycles across 12 different species. He had seen arrogance in every form imaginable, and he knew exactly how to crush it. The human trainee, Corporal Chen, had arrived with too much confidence. Too relaxed. Too comfortable. As if joining the Galactic Defense Corps program were just another routine challenge. Someone needed to remind him what humility looked like. Attention, recruits! Valer's voice echoed across the massive training chamber. 23 cadets snapped rigidly upright. 12 species. Different shapes, sizes, atmospheres, skeletal structures. Among them stood Chen, compact, solid, clearly built for survival. Today, Valer continued, we begin gravitational resistance training. Standard protocol. 1.2G. A low groan rippled through the formation. Even a 20% gravity increase strained most species. But Valer wasn't finished. His eyes locked onto Chen. However, our human guest comes from a high-gravity world. It wouldn't be fair not to adjust for his advantages. His mandibles clicked in what, for his species, passed as a cruel grin. Corporal Chen will train at 2.0G. Silence. Double gravity was punishment level. Acrylian cadet scales flushed pale. Avon feathers puffed in visible distress. Chen simply nodded. Understood, sir. The gravity field activated. The air thickened. Boots pressed harder against the floor. Movements became sluggish and heavy. 22 recruits struggled through warm-up drills. In the double gravity zone, Chen dropped to the floor and started doing push-ups. Smooth, controlled, relentless. 50, 75, 100. His breathing deepened. Sweat darkened his uniform, but there was no grimace. He was smiling, like he had been waiting for this. Sir, Chen called between reps. Permission to speak. Valer hesitated. Granted. This feels lighter than my home gym, sir. Earth standard is 1G, but I trained at 1.5G back home. He transitioned into pull-ups without pause. Could we increase it to 3.0G? I'd like to actually feel the workout. The chamber fell silent except for Chen's steady breathing. You want more? Valer asked, his translator glitching slightly. If it's not too much trouble, sir. It was too much trouble. The generators weren't built for sustained triple gravity sessions. But Valer's pride wouldn't allow retreat. Very well. Triple gravity, engage. The field intensified. The other recruits were rushed back to standard zones and gathered at the observation window. They watched as Chen's body compressed under 3 times standard gravity, a level most species could not survive. For a moment he dropped to one knee. Valer felt a flicker of satisfaction. Then Chen stood. Slowly, deliberately, muscles tightening, veins standing out along his neck. And then, he started jogging. 3 hours later, in the medical bay, Valer stood beside the examination table. The doctors had found nothing wrong. No fractures. No organ stress. No structural damage. What conditions did your species evolve under? Valer finally asked. Chen shrugged. Looking mildly disappointed the session had ended. Earth's rough, sir. 1 gravity baseline. But we've got oceans deep enough to crush most hulls. Mountains where the air's too thin to breathe. Deserts that cook you in the day and freeze you at night. He smiled like it was nothing unusual. We figured if we could survive Earth, we could survive anywhere. He flexed his hand experimentally. The 1.5G training? That was just my dad's garage. Old school military. He said if we trained harder than we'd fight, the fighting would be easy. Chen grinned. Is 4.0G possible? I'd like to see my real limit. Valer stared at him. 40 cycles of experience, and this human had just rewritten every assumption he'd ever made about physical capability. Finally, he exhaled. No, but you're leading morning exercises tomorrow. Standard gravity. Chen's eyes brightened. Yes, sir. Should I go easy on them? Absolutely not, Valer replied. And for the first time, he felt something unfamiliar. Excitement. Humanity wasn't just joining the Galactic Defense Corps. It was about to redefine it. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.